In the sleepy town of Willow Creek, where jack-o'-lanterns flickered like mischievous fireflies and the wind whispered secrets through the corn stalks, lived a trio of cats who ruled the night. There was Whiskers, the sleek black tomcat with eyes like polished obsidian, always scheming for his next saucer of cream. Beside him prowled Luna, a silver tabby with a tail that curled like a crescent moon, wise beyond her 9 lives and fond of batting at ghosts that weren't there. And then there was Pumpkin, the orange fluff ball who was more tumble than terror, forever chasing his own shadow under the harvest moon. It was the eve of All Hallows' Eve, and the air hung heavy with the scent of spiced cider and dry leaves. As the clock struck midnight, a peculiar fog rolled in from the old graveyard on the hill, thick as witch's brew and swirling with faint, ethereal yowls. The cats, perched on the weathered fence of Mrs. Hargrove's Victorian porch, pricked their ears. "Hear that?" Whiskers hissed, his fur bristling like a broomstick. "It's the call of the feline phantom. Legend says every Halloween, the spirits of ancient cat kings gather to choose a new guardian for the veil between worlds." Luna tilted her head, her green eyes gleaming. "Nonsense. It's probably just old Mr. Jenkins's tabby getting into the pumpkin pie again. But it does sound closer than last year." Pumpkin, oblivious, pounced on a drifting leaf, only to yelp as it dissolved into mist right before his paws. "Whoa! Flying treats!" Curiosity clawed at them sharper than any thorn. With Whiskers leading the charge, tail high like a pirate's flag, they slunk down the cobblestone path toward the graveyard. The fog parted just enough to reveal crooked headstones etched with names long forgotten, and will-o'-the-wisps dancing like fireflies on a sugar high. As they crossed under the rusted iron gate, the yowling grew into a chorus, echoing off the mausoleums. Deeper in, amid a circle of ancient oaks whose branches twisted like skeletal fingers, they found it, a glowing pumpkin patch that hadn't been there yesterday. No ordinary gourds these, the pumpkins pulsed with an inner light, carved with runes that shimmered like catnip dreams. At the center sat a spectral figure, a massive Egyptian Mao, translucent as moonlight on water, with a collar of golden scarabs that hummed softly. "The Phantom King." "You three," the spirit rumbled, his voice like gravel under paws. "Mortals of fur and fang, the veil thins tonight. Ghouls and goblins seek to slip through, unraveling the threads of night. Only a cat's cunning can mend it. Will you aid me, or flee like scaredy cats to your yarn balls?" Whiskers puffed up, feigning nonchalance. "Aid? Us? Well, if there's cream in it." Luna shot him a glare that could curdle milk. "We're in," she meowed firmly. Pumpkin, still batting at a wisp, added, "Yeah, adventure! Treats!" The Phantom King's eyes narrowed to slits. "Then listen well. The tear in the veil hides in the heart of the haunted hollow. Steal the Goblin's grimoire, a book of spells bound in shadow silk, and read the mending meow from its pages. Fail, and Willow Creek wakes to a world overrun by candy-crazed specters." Off they dashed, dodging floating lanterns that giggled like schoolyard bullies and skeletal squirrels that chattered rhymes about buried bones. The hollow lay at the graveyard's edge, a sunken pit ringed by thorned briars. There, amid piles of glittering acorns that turned to ash on touch, squatted the Goblin King, a squat, wart-covered imp with bat wings and a sneer full of jagged teeth. He clutched the grimoire to his chest, cackling as lesser ghouls capered around a bonfire of burning broomsticks. "Closer," Luna whispered, her belly low to the damp earth. They circled like shadows, Whiskers distracting the ghouls with a feigned mouse hunt that ended in glorious chaos, tails tangled, howls of fury. Pumpkin, in a stroke of accidental genius, tripped over a root and bowled straight into the goblin's legs, sending him tumbling with a squawk. Seizing the moment, Luna leaped, claws extended like daggers. She snatched the grimoire mid-air, its pages fluttering like trapped moths. "Run!" Whiskers yowled, and they bolted, the goblins' curses chasing them like foul wind. Back at the pumpkin circle, hearts pounding like bass drums in a witch's waltz, Luna cracked open the book. The words writhed on the page, but in the Phantom King's glow, they steadied. Mule of the midnight, stitch the seam, bind the breach with Whisker Dream. She chanted it thrice, her voice weaving with Whisker's baritone rumble and Pumpkin's off-key trill. The runes on the pumpkins blazed, threads of silver light snaking upward to seal the veil with a final thunderous mrower. The fog lifted as dawn's first blush painted the sky. The Phantom King nodded, his form fading like smoke. "Guardians you are, till next All Hallows. Remember, the night belongs to cats." With a wink, he vanished, leaving behind 3 shimmering scarabs that settled into their collars, tokens of luck, or perhaps a promise of more midnight mischief. As the trio padded home, bellies full of pilfered candy corn, don't judge, cats have sweet teeth too, Willow Creek stirred to life. Children in capes dashed door to door, none the wiser to the feline heroes who'd saved their trick-or-treats. Whiskers smirked. "Not bad for a night's work." Luna purred agreement while Pumpkin dreamed of flying leaves. And so, in Willow Creek, the cats reigned supreme, eternal watchers of the witching hour with 9 lives left to prowl. After all, every Halloween needs a little catastrophe. The end.